let's quickly have a look at this. All you have to do is visit ads.google.com and sign in using your Gmail account. So here what you can do is, I already have a Google Ads account, but so that you understand how to really do this, I'm going to go ahead and set up a new Google Ads account. So you can click on new Google Ads account here. And here what you need to do is switch to expert mode. So this is what you need to do to unlock all the features, that is the search campaign, display campaigns, and have more control over your Google Ads account. You need to switch to expert mode right in the beginning. So you can just hit on switch to expert mode. And here, if you look at it, the layout completely changes, right? So this is not exactly how it looks at the start. Maybe I'll just click on Google Ads to show you what it looks like from the start. Switch to export mode. Okay, so what you can do is, once you click on switch to expert mode, you can choose your objective. That is, do you want to drive sales, leads, website traffic, product and brand consideration, or do you want just brand awareness or app promotion or local store visits? Or you can even create a campaign without a goals guidance. So here, if you look at it, under each objective, you can see the campaign types available for it. So if you can see this, there is search, display, shopping, video, smart, and discovery type of campaigns within the sales objective. So sales objective is when you want people to actually purchase something on your landing page. Leads could be a similar landing page, but with like a lead form. So your end objective is that someone actually fills the landing page lead form. Or website traffic could be just traffic to your website. Here, you can see here also search campaign is available for product and brand consideration. We don't really have the search option here for this type of campaign. So what I'll do is, I can either select sales or a website traffic, and we can just go ahead and get started with that. So let me just get started with sales, and I'll select the campaign time, which is search. So we were looking at Google search campaigns till now, where you actually target people who are searching for a particular keyword on Google search. So I click on Google search, and my objective is to get website visits. So I will enter the website name, that is greatlearning.com, mygreatlearning.com. And then if you want to, you can actually add a phone number if needed. If you have a phone number, if you are a store that will help better if you have a phone number, then you can definitely add phone calls as well. But for now, I'm just going to skip this. And you can create a conversion action. So if whatever the objective of the particular campaign is, that is, if you want a sale, the conversion action can be a sale, a purchase conversion action. If it's an add to cart that you want to do as a conversion action, you can set that up. But for now, we will keep it basic. So the default conversion action will be purchase, of course. And we'll just won't touch anything of this, and we will just hit continue. So here, I will have to enter the campaign details, the campaign name that I will be using. So my ideal approach, this is of course my personal approach, and you can use anything as a campaign name as long as you are able to identify what it means or what the campaign actually holds. So for example, I am going to use this campaign for digital marketing courses. So it's best if I mention that in the campaign name as well. And at times I do like to mention the type of campaign as well. So I can mention like search campaigns with a sales objective on digital marketing courses. on digital marketing. I'll just keep it digital marketing. And in this, if you want to, you can add a date or any other identifier that you would like to mention on the campaign name. So for example, of course, you can change this at a different point too. Some people do mention the bidding type, like is it maximize conversion, is it maximize clicks? Of course, I'll get to that at a later stage. Once you are doing this, you will get a better understanding of that. So here, what you will need to do is you will enter the name and then you can select the network where it will appear. So you can either select a Google search. So by default, where it's going to show up is the Google search engine itself. That is, whenever someone is searching on Google search, your ad will appear. But what it includes by default is Google search partners. That is, here you can just read that in Google, in other Google sites when people search for terms relevant to your keywords. So according to me, I don't really like to select that because I'm directly targeting the high intent audience on Google search engine itself. But you can always select both of this. There's no harm in doing that. And you can also probably try it out and see if that works out for you. So for now, let's just not use this. And you can go to show more settings. So here you can enter the start and end date of the campaign. So by default, it has put today's date, June 24th. But you can always schedule the campaign. You can put it for tomorrow or like the next week. What everyone should do and what I like to do is also put an end date. So sometimes what happens is we just try out a new campaign. We just try setting up a Google Ads account, set up the payments and everything. But we forget to put an end date. We just try out a sample campaign and it just keeps running and burns your money. So it's always better to be safe than sorry. So I guess it's best to put an end date to the campaign, especially if you are testing it out. I'll just put an end date for the same date just in case there is some error or if I forget to pause the campaign at all. So here I'll just put the same date as the end date. But of course, if you have a plan for the campaign in the next month, you can always start the campaign next month. You can put an end date to it. And some people do run it as an ongoing campaign, in which case you don't have to put an end date at all. Just make sure that all the campaign settings are correct when you launch the campaign, and post that you can pause it whenever you want. So here there are campaign URL options. So if you want to understand campaign URLs, if there is something specific that you want to mention in the URL, that is if you want to mention the source of the campaign, that is when someone is landing on your website. If you want to know if that person came from Google or which campaign he came from, you can always enter the campaign URL options. I feel that this is a bit more advanced. Maybe you don't have to understand this at this point of time. So I will omit this. And then what you can do is you can also put a dynamic search ad setting. Of course, this as well, we will keep it as is for now. And the ad schedule, if you want, you can let it run at particular time of the day. So if you feel that if you are a restaurant that is open only at night, then you can put your ad schedule only at night. Or if you think that you get highest number of conversions only at a specific time in the afternoon, say 2 to 3 p.m., or if there are timings that work best for you, you can always add that here. But I would suggest to keep that blank in the starting. That is, let's put all days and all timings. At a later point, you get a better understanding of how the campaign is working, what's working for you, what's not. And basis that, you can make this change in the ad schedule. So here, the locations, you can either put it as all countries and territories. If you want, you can mention a specific country or a location that you have in mind. So as of now, I've just entered India. So if you have a particular place in mind where your business works best, or if you only want to target particular cities, then you can always do that as well. So say you want to target Bangalore, Bengaluru. So I'm targeting Bengaluru. And in that, say you want to target Karnataka only, the city of Karnataka in India. So you can definitely target that. And in that, say you don't want to target Bangalore because you have a good presence there. For some reason, you don't want to target Bangalore. You can always remove that. So you can exclude that city or place. So this is up to you, but I would suggest if you are a business that runs pan India or across a particular country, you can definitely just enter that country name and you can take a call later on what works best for you. So you can ignore these languages. If you want to, you can enter a particular language. By default, English is selected. You can even remove this if you want to because Google automatically translates the search engine terms, right? So I don't think there's a necessity to enter a language, but that's your call to take. Audiences, for now, you don't have to add any audiences in this. So this audiences, when you do enter it, is when you're using a remarketing list for search ads. So that is when you're retargeting people who have already visited your website. Say someone who has already searched for men's t-shirts online, visited your page and has searched again for men's t-shirts online, say a week later, a month later, a day later, or even the same day. If you want to target those people, that